Hi guys, this is Natasha. It's late, I'm tired, my eyes are closing. But I was thinking when I was running this morning, which was really fabulous, in the sunshine, in the frost with, with my hat on and my gloves, about pain. And really, what is pain? And pain is separation, I think. Yeah, pain is separation. It's being separated from yourself, really. Being separated for, who you are inside here. I know maybe should have waited till tomorrow with doing this, or perhaps earlier today, because you're all probably sleeping or out clubbing on Friday night. But it seemed like a really important message to share with you. So, pain is just separation from who you really are, separation from others, separation from, your loved ones, your family, your friends, other people, everybody. Separation from nature, when you're feeling a bit detached, shall we say, from nature. And so much pain can be dissolved when you realise that actually, we're not meant to be on our own. We're not meant to go through life by ourselves. We're meant to connect with one another. We are connected together. We are part of the same universal creative energy. And, when you can connect, when you do connect, first of all with your very self, first of all with your heart, and connect to who you are, then pain dissolves. And when you realize that you're connected with every single human being on this planet, then you're never going to feel lonely. Being alone doesn't mean that you're lonely. You can enjoy time by yourself, you can enjoy quiet time, you can enjoy solitude. And actually, it's really good for you, really healthy. At the same time, when you are connected to who you are. Hi Haroon, nice to see you. Hi Marcus. Thank you for joining. When you really connect with who you are in your heart, then when you are alone, you're never lonely. At the same time, there are people many people, thousands of people, who feel lonely when they're surrounded by others that they know, because they're so disconnected with themselves and they're so disconnected with everybody around them. When you step outside in nature, when you just go outside and look at the trees, and look at the grass, and look at the flowers and the plants and the bushes and the hedges, and how can you feel disconnected? And when we remember that, this is all energy, we're all energy, and the plants and the trees, they have different form to us, but they're all living and they're all full of energy just as we are. And you start to realize that actually there is a connection. There's a connection to ourselves. There's a connection to each other. We need each other. We really do need each other. And, it's okay to feel the pain sometimes, to recognize that, for instance, okay, here's the thing. To test how disconnected you are to yourself, stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and just say to yourself, Natasha, I love you. I really love you. But use your own name, right? And see how that makes you feel. Because you may not even be able to look at your own face in the mirror. You may not be able to look into your own eyes. You may not even be able to say those words. And yet all that's doing is it's saying to you, you're disconnected to yourself. So try this, just to give you some indication of where you're at, because actually it's okay. Just stand in front of the mirror and try and say those words to yourself. I love you, I really love you. And see how it makes you feel. So you could even do it out of 10 if you feel like it's really ouch, like it's painful. Hello Sarah, my darling, you're up late today. Mwah. Then that's okay, because it just means you're disconnected with yourself. If you can look at yourself really deeply into your own eyes and smile happily and like what you see, not in a critical way, I like my hair today, or I'm not sure about these, crow's feet, too much laughing, whatever. But really, truly just connecting with yourself, with who you are, your essence, your very essence, your core. Then say those words. The closer you get to 10, is the closer you're connected with who you are. So it's a really good measure, and you don't have to do much for it. And then check it out again the next day. See how that makes you feel. First time I ever did that, mirror work, I thought it would be easy. And I looked into my own eyes and I started to say, Natasha, I love you. And I burst out into tears and realised, I was on my own of course, but I realised that I had become so disconnected with myself for the longest time, decades. I don't want that for you. So pain comes from being disconnected. Pain comes from separation. At the same time, some detachment is good, but not total detachment. Realise that you are so part of something bigger than you. Oh, thank you, Marcus. Yes, completely. I totally agree with you. Marcus has just said, and thank you for sharing this, Marcus from Toronto. I can't wait to see you soon. Yeah, that people, you know what? There are so many people who are lost. You were talking about feeling empty. People feeling empty, not you, but people are feeling empty. It's a great point. People feel empty because they don't know their purpose. People are feeling lost. There are people so lost all over the place. And yet one of the very first things that I had to do to bring myself back on track and know my purpose was to ask the question, which is a universal question, which seems so crazy now because I totally get it. But for years, on and off, I would ask the question, time and time again, who am I? What am I doing here? What's it all about? What's life all about? And truth is, when you completely are clear about who you are, why you're here, and what your true life purpose is, there is no pain. And there is no low self-esteem or not having confidence, because you know, absolutely without a shadow of a doubt, what you're here to do, your work in the world, where your gifts and skills and talents lie, what you're here to do. And then the confidence just comes on its own. Self-esteem just rises, because it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing and saying. Hello, Bunmi. Beautiful to see your gorgeous face, honey pie. So thank you, Marcus, for reminding me that that's a really good point. and it's one that I teach as well. So lovely, beautifully aligned. And by the way, I'm feeling super calm. I had a 3-day masterclass Friday, Saturday, Sunday last week. It's now Friday. Wow. The love, the energy, the shifting that we did, it was all energy work, was amazing. There was no pain. And even the things that used to make me well up when I think about them just dissolved. It's so beautiful. And being around other people too, collaborating, just proves to me time and time again that we are here to connect with one another. We are here to collaborate together. We are here to, have quiet times, but to do stuff with other people. You know, look around you. Everybody you meet is amazing. Everybody you meet is sensational, because nobody is like you. You are a complete, total and utter one-off. Limited edition. Speckle, as my daughter would say. You're Speckle. And I love that. It's beautiful. You know, we don't need to be... How many people are on this planet now? It's ridiculous. 7 point something billion. Absolutely crazy. Somebody's going to give me the figure, aren't they? Because you're all very, very clever. You know, and yet there are so many millions of people wandering around amongst loads of other people, feeling lost, feeling lonely, feeling overwhelmed. And yet, when they start to look at what their natural gifts are, what they do without even thinking, what you do without even thinking twice. And if somebody says, well, you're really good at that, and you think, well, that's really easy. Those are the things I'm talking about. Those are your natural gifts and talents. When you're clear about that, the pain dissolves, it goes away. Thank you for all the love hearts. Oh, beautiful love hearts and messages, thank you. So I really just felt that message had to get out. Pain. We don't need to be in pain. We need to be in bliss. That is our natural state, calm and bliss. So going back to last weekend, the work that I did, and with this beautiful, beautiful, amazing woman that I met, Suzanne, you're going to be seeing a lot of us again soon. Wow, we just did so much energy work together. Well, she did all the work. I was like saying, thank you very much, this is amazing. And then I just felt super high on life. My journey home, which was about 3 hours, but actually wasn't 3 hours, actually felt like about 20 minutes, because my energy and my vibrations were so raised. Wow. And I just kept getting goosebumpy all over. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is how we're meant to feel. This is how it's meant to be for everybody, for all of us. There would never be pain with that. You know, that's just beautiful. And I felt I was vibrating at that level for Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday I crashed, because I was processing everything, and because I was literally just exhausted, because I'd had, about 6 hours sleep in 3 days, and I love about 9 hours sleep every day or night. And it's nighttime now, of course. But gosh, then Thursday I started like processing things. Everything was falling into place. And this morning I went for a run. I hadn't run for a whole week. Oh, I was feeling really like clogged up because I hadn't run. It was freezing cold, and I just went out, loads of layers on, hat on, gloves on, everything. And it was black ice everywhere, and I was running along the road. Well, it's the countryside where I live, along the canal. And I was getting so much clarity, it just kept coming to me. And I was feeling totally the opposite of pain, just totally feeling love. And I was smiling and I was laughing to myself, giggling and chuckling, saying good morning to everybody, whether they wanted to be told good morning or not. Just beautiful. So we don't need to be in pain, but it's important that we understand it. And actually,